What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Oscar and I'm bringing you guys another video. On today's video, we're going to go ahead and continue working on the 1969 VW Beetle. And as you guys seen on the last video, I showed you guys the car back from the paint shop and I revealed the color. I got a lot of feedback from you guys and I really appreciate everyone who hits the like button and dropped a comment on the last video. Let's go ahead and do that to this video as well. But with that being said, the thing that we need to take care of tonight is we need to install some rubber seals onto the pan so we can go ahead and lay the body back to the pan. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about and hopefully we can get it done tonight. Woo-wee! Look how good that looks. But let me go ahead and show you guys the rubber seals that I'm talking about. Here they are. You guys can see. I think the only thing that's going to take some time is punching out all these holes. As you guys can see, the floor pans have holes and the rubber seals don't. So we have to spend some time punching out some holes on that. And after that, the next important thing is to make sure that we seal the pan to the body correctly. Because if we don't, then there's a high chance that we get water back to the floor pans and that's what creates rust. So let's go ahead and start this project and hope it won't take too long. Maybe I can get it done tonight. And if that's the case, then we'll be in a good spot for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and come in tomorrow and check all my bolts again. Make sure they're all torqued right. And then we'll be ready to drop the body back to the pans. Exciting moment. Alright, before I continue working on the 1969 VW pans, I just want to show you guys a little tip. So when you purchase the rubber seals, there will be 3 rubber seals that you get in the bag. 2 of them are the same size, and then the third one, it's a bit longer, as you guys can see. And that's because they want you to cut that one up in half. You can get the measurements right, and that's for the front bulkhead and the rear section in the back. And the ones that are at the same size are for the left and right floor pans. So I just want to share that with you guys so you guys don't make a mistake of cutting one up and next thing you know you have to purchase it again. But let's go ahead and continue working on this pan. Alright, so here's the piece that I was talking about earlier. This, you want to measure it once, twice, and make sure you get it right the first time or else you're going to be buying the rubber seals again. As you guys just saw me, I cut this piece right here and this goes right here. And I just want to make sure that I didn't cut it too small. Let me see. I think that's perfect. So let's go ahead and move on to the back and do the same thing to the back. In the rear section, you definitely want to slap on some tape. You guys can see I did that to the other side. And that's just going to prevent this rubber seal from moving around side to side. Because remember, you want this to be as flush as possible to prevent any water getting on your floor pans. So that's very important. And let's go ahead and measure this now and cut it up so we can go ahead and move on to the next step. It's 11 o'clock right now. I do have work tomorrow, but I want to get this done tonight. So let me go ahead and show you what I've been doing. So each red spot is a piece of tape, and I did that so the rubber don't move around. As you guys can see, every spot is perfect. So the next thing is to go from underneath and mark where all the holes are so we can go ahead and hole punch them. Alright, so after a lot of measurements and cutting and making sure that it fits perfect, we are ready to do some holes. I'm going to put this to the side real quick and want to show you guys the tool that I'll be using to punch the holes. And I bought this from Harbor Freight. Very inexpensive tool. I think I bought this set for about $12, and it's gonna come very handy for this project. I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, and once we're done, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the next step. But let's get right to it because I'm running out of time. Alright, before I get started, I want to share with you guys the size that I'll be using. This is the biggest one in the set, and I'll be using this one for all the bolts. This one right here is the second to smallest in the set, and I'll be using this for the nails. If you don't know what I'm referring to, I'll go ahead and show you guys later on this video. Alright, so here's the nail that I was talking about. That's the reason why I did the tiny holes. So this section has it, this back section has it too. I believe the floor pans, because they're aftermarket, they don't have those nails. But here it is. I'm going to go ahead and put all this together and start using the adhesive so I can go ahead and start gluing everything down. I'm running out of time. It is 12 o'clock right now and I need to go to bed. So let's get going and hopefully we can finish up by tonight. I was moving too quick and I got a little cut. But I'm gonna do the other side now. We're almost there. I think I'm gonna be able to finish this tonight. So let's keep working on it. Alright, the last part to do is this section right here. And kind of wondering how I'm going to get this done right here with the curb. But, you know, got to get it done somehow. So let's get right to it so we can finish up this section. And as you guys can see, I added some wood in the front right here, just to make sure that we get a good adhesive in the front. But let's finish the back and then we can call it a day. Alright, so it's almost 2 a.m. and I need to be at work in about 5 hours. We got everything that we wanted to get done tonight. So we're in a pretty good spot. The two sides was super easy. The front was super easy. But the back was a huge challenge. but I was able to get it right. And the challenge was this little section right here. I needed to get that curb right, so I took my time getting it right. I think I spent probably an hour just in that section alone, but this looks amazing. We're in a very good spot. So I'll come back tomorrow, I'll remove all the tape, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so I just want to give you guys an update. I've been working on a 1969 VW Beetle non-stop. I've gotten a lot of work done, but obviously there's a lot more to be done. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an update and continue working on it. With the help of my brother-in-law, cousin, and father, I was able to bring the body back to the pan. And I just want to say a huge thank you to them. I don't think I was able to do that by myself without scratching the body. The next thing that we need to do is to actually bolt down the body to the pans, and that requires a lot of bolts. That would be 2 out here in the front, 1 on each side here, 9 going all the way down the rails, 4 more on this bulkhead right here, and then 1 on each side right here. And when we go out here, there's 1 on each side right here as well. So we need to take care of that tonight. And luckily, all my holes are lining up pretty good right now. So that should make it a lot easier for me to get this done tonight. I'm going to use the original brackets that came with the car. So I spent a few hours yesterday cleaning them and painting them so they can go ahead and be ready to be used today. The bolts, I'm going to go ahead and use aftermarket bolts. And the pads that go in the rear section right here, those gonna be aftermarket as well. Alright, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with the time lapse of me bolting down the car to the pan, because I'm sure you guys can find a million videos on YouTube, people doing the same thing. But I do want to give you guys an update here and there and let you guys know what I'm working on. The next thing that we need to do is bolt down the fenders, and once we do that, then we can move on to doing the rack top again. And the next thing is to do the wiring for the engine and the rest of the car, but mostly for the engine. We need to get this engine running as soon as possible. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for this video. As you guys can see, I've got a lot of work done on the car. I was trying to get the harness done on this video, but unfortunately I won't get the harness until next month, and I'm not trying to wait that long to drop a video to show you guys what I've been working on. So the car is looking amazing. As you guys can see, the fenders are back on, the body is all done. There's a million nuts and bolts on each side. Those went very well, and that's the reason why we can move on to the next step. The reason why I didn't install the hood is because we're going to be doing the harness pretty soon, and I'm going to have to work in this corner right here, and I think it'll be a lot easier if I don't install the hood until I'm done with the harness. Same thing with the deck lid. I think it would be a lot easier to do all the engine stuff and etc. without the deck lid. So it's looking real good. So I want to finish this video by saying a huge thank you to everybody that drops a comment, likes the videos, and subscribes to the channel. I would not be doing this if it wasn't for you guys watching. I try my best to get you guys a video once a month or even twice a month, but with the family nowadays, it's kind of difficult to get that happen. I try to come out here every other day to work on the car, but some days are harder than others. But I'm telling you, I'm trying my hardest to finish this project so we can get this guy on the road and enjoy some of the shows next year. Me pulling up to the shows is the final wish that I have, pretty much. And I dream about it, and I know I can make it happen. But to be honest, it seems impossible, but it makes me want to do it because everybody watching keeps asking me, what's going on, when are you gonna pull up your car, blah blah blah. And another thing is, I really appreciate everybody who showed support when I'm at the car shows. I know you guys love the videos, and I really do appreciate it. So with that being said, on the next video, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the rack top, and hopefully we'll have the harness ready so we can install it and try to get that engine cranking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I want to repeat myself one more time. If you guys can like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.